By Online Sales Pro. Welcome to the Power Call with Grady Polcyn, where it's all about success, improvement, and living life on your terms. And now your host, he loves bad jokes and good stories, Grady Polcyn.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Online Sales Pro Power Call. My name is Grady Polcyn. Happy to be on here with you today. Looking forward to a fantastic call. If you're watching the replay, type replay in the comments below. I always love to say hi to those guys after they get in after the fact. And I'm getting this push sent out, doing a little bit of maintenance here and there. So say hello to me in the comments below. Always love to see where you guys are coming in from as well. So feel free to drop down there where you're located, and I'll say hi to you guys as well. But this is the Online Sales Pro Power Call. And again, my name is Grady Polcyn. I have a fun call for you today called How to Master Your Fears. A little training from my friend, speaking into existence, Mr. Brian Tracy, one of the best person development training and sales mentors of all time. So nice to see D. James Powers on here from Saratoga Springs, New York. Welcome to the Power Call. Let me get this done here. Oh, got that push sent out. There we go. There it just went on. So get that going out, and I'll do a couple shares, but let's say hello to me as you guys come on. Trying to do a new format. I mean, not new format so much, but a shorter format, if you will. We're going to do a quick power call, like under 30 minutes. Been going, I've done hour-long ones. I've done longer ones than that, Joel, and I've done Online Sales Pro calls of significant length in the past as well. So my goal of this is to get you in here, give you some information, and get you out on your day. If you're watching the replay, again, always appreciate you guys coming in here, watching the replay, or listening to the audio on SoundCloud. California in here as well. Hello. People are chiming in, letting me know where they're from. I know Norm's over in Treasure Island, Florida. So let me get these last two shares done, and I can get on with this call. But if this is one of your first times joining me, let me know in the comments below. Also, drop just a 1 in the comments below if you've actually never been on a power call before. Just a 1, and that'll kind of give me an insight if I need to do a little quick, 10-second backstory. My man Brad's on here from Australia. Great to see you on here as well. Connecticut in the house. Tracy, also Becky from Land O'Lakes, Florida. Land O'Lakes, Florida in the house. Welcome to the power call. Some ones on here. Wonderful. Well, you're in for a treat. It's going to be a real fun time. Hello, Tim. Hello. Got my browser issue going on here a little bit. I apologize for that, but I'm trying to get this all sorted, and I will get going. But when you're a one-man show and I don't have Joel to fill time, I got to do all my maintenance on my own and then get this thing rolling. But that's the fun part about doing. It's just not working. All right. Well, you know if Safari's not working for Facebook or anything right now, but I'll get it figured out. Hey, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong, right? So, all right. Hello from Ontario, Canada. Welcome. Get that put. I'm shared in the 2 groups. I'm posting on here. We're recording. I got the push out, right? You got to do your mental checklist. So today, as I said, we're going to be talking about how to master your fears. A great training from my friend Brian Tracy. There we go. Everything's rolling. A bunch of 1s in here. Okay, perfect. So today we're going to talk about, or let me do it back up real quick. Let me get all this noise making stuff off. Let's get to work here. So what the power call is essentially is my goal is to summarize a training point and give it to you in a bite-sized format. Then strip out the audio, put it up to SoundCloud so you can listen to some of our past calls. In our back office on your training tab, you will find a SoundCloud archive of over 160 calls that I've done on a multitude of different topics, from generating leads on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, how to create a lead magnet, how to do phone closing sales, all kinds of different things, lots of Q&As I've done. And so get back in there, and it's so important in your beginning of your business is to implement principles where you are committed to your personal growth. And a commitment to your personal growth says that I'm more important than TV. I'm more important than bowling. I'm more important than drinking beer with my buddies. And yes, all those things are fun. And I enjoy doing all those things as well. But if you're trying to make a drastic change in your life, if you're trying to take yourself from where you are to where you really want to be, the things you're currently doing where you are aren't going to get you where you want to be. So it's so important to pour in positive things, to put new training material in your mind, to put new educational material in your mind, and to keep advancing yourself. Because I always close these calls with this line: is the most the place where you'll gain the greatest return is investing time, money, and energy into yourself. Greater than Bitcoin, greater than any stock, greater than anything is putting money into yourself. And so what I do on these calls essentially is I take information, I give it to you guys in a bite-sized format, which allows you to go out there and take a little information. So this is life right here. Information refines your skills and creates your value in the marketplace. And I do this pretty much in every call just because I want you guys to understand this stuff, is that you should constantly be seeking out new information, whether that comes from experience, right? Knowledge of information, or whether that comes from reading or audios or videos, but new information to let you then go out there and work on your skills. And your skills could be emailing, your skills could be lead generation, could be Facebook ads, could be phone calls, could be closing sales in front of people, could be selling it at farmers markets and getting and engaging people and getting people to come over to your table and saying, hey, I'm having a raffle today. Fill out this card. And if you put your name in the card, we're giving away a free set of sheets today, and doing little things to get people to come over and engage with you. And those are your skills. How skilled are you at getting clients or potential clients to engage with you? How good are you at that? And if you're not very good, then that's something that you should focus on. But you should do that with more information. If you look at different ways people do openings and closings and phone sales, I've got trainings on opening the sale and closing the sale and what to say in the middle of a sale, how to sell big ticket items. So I've done a lot of these things. And so this ongoing Power Call archive, this ongoing Power Call library is something that I take pride in building, not only for my own personal growth, but I love seeing the transformation that so many people are happening. So new information, whether it comes from experiences or absorption, allows you to refine your skills, and the height of your skills determines your value in the marketplace. 1, 2, 3. And your value in the marketplace is what people will pay you for what you can do. And that's different things. I mean, Kobe Bryant and LeBron James and Steph Curry are some of the highest paid, skilled people because they're so valuable in the marketplace. So for you guys, what can you do to refine your skills and get more valuable? Well, that's work each and every day on what you're good at. So today's call is a powerful one. And I love always this topic of kind of a refresher, is digging into your fears, digging into the challenges and things that are holding you back. And this is an excellent training by my friend Brian Tracy, how to conquer your fears, how to master your fears. And so sit back with me, listen to this. He gives 6 tips, what to do towards the end. And just feel into this with me and listen to this. And the goal of these calls, and the goal for you guys of education, is not to come away with a life change, right? I'm not your guru. I'm not your personal trainer. I'm someone providing you with some great information that you can either choose to implement into your life or choose to disregard. That's your choice. I hope you choose to implement some facet of it. But the goal of this call, but the information I'm about to give to you, is try to pull away 1 or 2 pieces. That's it. 1 or 2 pieces, one little change, right? One little change that just adds up. And then you make one little change. Like, I'm not going to give you this whole drawn out new life plan. I'm going to give you one little change I want you to pull for this. Because what happens is, if you hear a bunch of stuff and you're like, I want to implement these 7 changes. Well, life isn't going to let you do that, because you got a spouse and you got kids and you got a job and you got responsibilities, and you can't do everything at once, but you can make little tiny pivots which can turn out to be magnificent changes. So that's what you should do. And look at it as a book you read, an audio you listen to, a video you watch, a mentor you engage with. Try to pull 1 or 2 little things that you're going to implement into your life, whether it's drinking more water, or whether it's getting up 30 minutes earlier, whether it's setting an appointment with a client before 9 o'clock every day, whether it's making sure you call your leads 3 times, right? You get phone leads. Are you calling them 3 times? Or you're calling them once and they don't answer and you call them back in a week, right? Are you trying to make money? Or are you trying to just kind of float through this deal? So that's my focus for you guys, is to put yourself in a position where I can give you stuff, where I can give you little things that are going to take you from right here to up here. So choose that. So when we go through this, just try to just listen with me, take a few notes here and there, but let's set a goal to kind of pull out of this, something that we can all decide to benefit from. So I always love to throw up an image as we go through this. And this is actually one of my favorite quotes. If I was ever to, I'm not saying I'll get a tattoo, but if I was ever to put up some wall art in my office, this quote would be right on the wall. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. Just let that weigh in on you for a second. So get this out of here. So, hello, Becca Harris. Hello, Katia. Hello from Florida. Perfect. Oh, Cynthia, thank you so much. Ethel D. James. Wonderful. Good to see so many people on here. So let's jump into this. I want to talk about my man, Brian Tracy, here for a second. Make sure everything is rocking and rolling. Looks like we're doing good. 40 of you guys on here. If you shared this, please comment, share in the comments below. Always love to love on those that click the share button. So that's going out and perfect. All right, guys. So how to conquer your fears, how to master your fears. Let me pull the microphone a little closer and let's jump on in this. What would you dare to dream if you weren't afraid of anything? Fear is and has always been the greatest enemy of mankind. The conquest of fear is perhaps the greatest challenge you will ever face in life. When Franklin D. Roosevelt said, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself," he was poetically explaining that the emotion of fear, rather than the reality of what we fear, is what causes us anxiety, stress, and unhappiness. Overcoming fear is essential to your success. The future belongs to the risk takers, not the security seekers. Life is perseverance in the sense that the more you seek security, the less you have of it. But the more you seek opportunity, the more likely it is that you will achieve what you desire. When you develop the habit of courage and unshakable self-confidence, a whole new world of possibilities opens for you. Fortunately, the habit of courage can be learned just as any other habit is learned, through repetition. We need to constantly face and overcome our fears to build up the kind of courage that will enable us with the inevitable ups and downs of life. The starting point in overcoming fear and developing courage is to look at the factors that predispose us towards being afraid. The root source of most fear is childhood conditioning. Let me read that again. The root source of most fear is childhood conditioning. During childhood, we most likely receive destructive criticism. Although well-intentioned parents, teachers, and mentors are often too critical of children. What is wrong with you? How could you be so irresponsible? Why didn't you get the best? As I mentioned, there's two major types of fear. The fear of failure, which causes to think, I can't. And the fear of rejection, which causes us to think, I have to. Fear is also caused by ignorance. When we have limited information, our doubts dominate us. Ignorance causes us to fear change, to fear the unknown, and to avoid trying anything new or different. Think about the part of your whole life where you have no fear at all because you know exactly what you're doing. You feel competent and completely capable of handling whatever life happens. With all the recent events in our communities, our country, and the world, it is clear to see that ignorance breeds fear. If we only took the time to learn more, educate ourselves, and understand what we may not know, we would have the courage to change everything. The more we know, the less we fear. How to master your fears. Now, here we go. Here's 6 steps. Once you have identified the major factors that cause you to feel afraid, the next step is to objectively define and analyze your personal fears. Number 1, write. What am I afraid of at the top of a clean sheet of paper? You can also open a Word document or a note on your mobile device. Number 2, write down every major and minor fear that you have. Think about the aspects of your work and personal life where your fears might be holding you back or forcing you to stay in a job or relationship in which you are not happy. Number 3, arrange these fears in an order of importance. What are your biggest fears? Which ones do you need to conquer first? Write out all the worst possible outcomes of each fear and situation. What is the worst possible thing that can happen in the result of this problem? Will you lose money? Will you lose relationships? Will you lose your job? Will you lose prestige? Write it down. Resolve to accept the worst possible outcome should it occur, And once you've done this, you no longer have anything to worry about because you're no longer resisting to face the worst possible outcome. Now, number 6, begin to improve upon the worst. Now, think of everything you could possibly do to make sure that the very worst does not occur. Remember, everyone is afraid of something. It is normal and natural to be concerned about your physical, emotional, and financial safety, and that of the people you care about. A courageous person is not a person who is unafraid. And as Mark Twain said, courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. So what fears are you going to face? Some good stuff right there, right? Fear, nothing to fear of fear itself. A lot of it comes from childhood conditioning. A lot of it comes from being in bad relationships. A lot of it comes from experiences. But majority of fear comes from lack of information. And lack of information is just the lack of experience. Why are you afraid to call that prospect? Why are you afraid to ask that guy or girl out? Why are you afraid to start that new business? Why are you afraid to quit your job and pursue your entrepreneurial journey? Why are you afraid to go apply for a different job? Because it's although you hate what you're doing every day, it's comfortable. And although you loathe going to work and you hate your coworkers and your boss is a jerk, you still know what you're doing. And you know there's a paycheck coming every Friday. And that comfortability makes it okay to tolerate what's happening. And it's that lack of information, about what could happen when it gets better. And so these are things, right? What's the line? There's no new truths. There's no new antiques, right? There's only old truths. And it's the same thing, like these things that we're saying we've heard. But the reality is we need to put ourselves in a position where we can start to gather and gain new information, which will then allow us to take new steps, take new leaps. And so, the simplest thing I could even apply it to is generating leads and following up with leads. Why do we not call them? Why do we not call them 3 times? Why do we not call them 3 times, 3 days in a row? Because we're afraid they might answer and yell at us, because we're afraid that they may answer and yell at us. What are we afraid of? What's going to happen? They raised their hand and said, I'm interested in your opportunity. I'm interested in your product. I'm interested in your services. And that little thing of just calling your leads and putting yourself out there is going to give you information. You're going to gain experience on working on the phone. You're going to gain experience on working with new people. You're going to gain experience on how to sell your product better, your opportunity, your service, yourself. And this isn't like a whole life turnaround, but my goal here on this is to equate this to business as much as possible. But we look at our lives and the decisions we make, the people we surround ourselves, for the most part, impact the things we do. And so you got to look at the people you're surrounding yourself with. Are they working hard? Do they stay late? Are they excelling? Or are they the ones that are no, man, it's Tuesday. Party down on a Tuesday. Come have some beers with me. I love having a good time. But I love more now my wife not working. I love more now the new home I'm going to buy in 6 months. I love more now building something and creating a company and taking care of clients and having 45 of you on here excited about your future and excited about using my software to grow your businesses or whatever they are, the thousands of different businesses that are represented inside of Online Sales Pro. And so it's you got to make these choices. And the fear is real, man. It is real. But it's that's the most intense thing about it. There's a great training from Darren Hardy, and he talks about be brave for 20 seconds. He's if you can be brave 3 times for 20 seconds a day, you can make $1 million a year. Because the thing is, it's cold calling a prospect or it's reaching out to someone. The hardest part is just dialing the phone and calling, and then they answer and you go, hey, Jim. Hey, Jim, it's Grady. How you doing? Great. Yeah, I wanted to follow up with you about, we connected about a week ago at a luncheon, and you expressed some interest in getting your business set up with some of our online software. We have some openings coming up in the next week or 2. Want to know if you had some time to schedule a demo. Okay, perfect. Jim, I'll connect with Stacy, your secretary. We'll get that on the calendar for the next week or 2, and we'll go from there. Perfect. Boom. The hardest part was oh my God, me thinking, Jim gave me his card, told me to call him because he's interested, but maybe he was just that I make up in my head. Maybe he was just, pushing me off. Maybe he was just, egging me on. Maybe he's not really interested. He's not going to answer the phone. He's probably out of town. Right? We talk all this stuff in our head. Over and over and over, making this stuff up for prospects. Why they, oh man, it's dinner time. Can't call it dinner time. Oh, it's lunchtime. They're probably having lunch. Oh, it's the middle of the day. They're not going to answer. Oh, it's the weekend. They're with their family. You wouldn't want to call someone on the weekend. You don't want to do business on the weekend. Oh, Monday at 2:30. Okay, that's the only time I can call people. And so that's my push for you guys. It's my push for you guys is to put yourselves in a position where you guys just take little tiny steps forward. And again, it's not I'm not saying go door knock your neighbors with a pamphlet and a sample of your product and try to sell everybody. That's a big leap. Granted, you'll make money if you do that, but that's not step one. Step one is understanding that what you're doing as a business person is challenging, is hard. Most people don't do it. You guys are unique. You're special. I mean that with Scouts on it. You are special because most people won't take the leap you're taking. People that I talk to who aren't entrepreneurs, they ask me, how many hours a week do you work? And my response is as many as it takes. That. I don't count hours. We don't count hours. We live in a different world. As many as it takes. And I'm not a workaholic. I don't lust for work. I lust for growth. I lust for potential. I lust for what's possible. And I know you guys do too. It's just this fear, this challenge. And as Brian Tracy has said, the majority of fear, it comes from things we heard in our childhood, and it's our lack of information. If we knew, if I knew, what do I know a lot about? I know a lot about a few things. I know a lot about business and personal growth. If someone asked me to talk in depth about butterflies, give a speech on butterflies, I would have no idea where to start. They're pretty. Maybe they're cousins of the moth. They're pretty. I wouldn't know what to talk about, right? So I'm not comfortable there. So someone's like, hey, Grady, Rotary called. They want you to come speak again. First talk that you gave on online marketing. I was a guest speaker at Rotary. It was a blast. First speaker on online marketing was excellent, but now they want you to talk about butterflies. So there's going to be 75 people there. The president of Rotary is coming in town, and they want you to talk about butterflies. So just, it's tomorrow afternoon. I would be what the? I wouldn't be able to do it because I don't know anything about butterflies, right? That's where we're all at in the beginning of our business. We don't know anything about butterflies. So how are we supposed to go how am I supposed to be a big, compelling butterfly educator when I don't know anything about them? That's where you're at in the beginning of your business. You got to understand, but if I open up a butterfly book and I start to learn about their antenna and the different spots on their wings and what their body's called, and they come from caterpillars, right? I mean, it wouldn't take long to be able to get up and give a 15, 20-minute speech on butterflies. Same thing for you. The beginning of business is scary because we just don't know anything about it. So that's my excitement. That's my call. That's what I've got for you guys today. Any quick questions I can answer for you? Let's jump in here. 222. Nashville in the house. So appreciate that. Love seeing people. Okay, awesome. Oh my God, I love this. But perfect. If people are generally unsatisfied, why is the comfort zone comfortable? Because here's a great quote for you. D. James Powers. Great question. If people are generally unsatisfied, right, most people are, there was a USA Today article came out, so 70% of people are dissatisfied or disenchanted with their job. Why is the comfort zone comfortable? The comfort zone is not comfortable, but the comfort zone provides security. And that's the challenge. If I'm a man and with a wife and 3 kids, and I got a paycheck coming every Friday, and they've got T-ball, and I got lunches, and they've got after-school activities, and my daughter has a dance, and my wife volunteers. It's a very scary world, D. James Powers, for me to go, I'm going to forego my $15,000 a month, and I'm going to try something new. And if it doesn't work, my daughter might have to quit dance. My son might have to quit T-ball. My wife might have to get a second job. So that's why people don't take risks. That's because they're comfortable. Although they hate their job and hate where they're at, it is taking care of their family. And so that's why what matters to you guys and what needs to be your focus is sacrificing sleep, sacrificing time with family and with friends, and working on your entrepreneurial venture, whatever that business may be. You're never going to get freedom from what you hate until you make sacrifices. And it is impossible to free from hate and get to where you want to be doing what you've been doing. Like it's a math equation. You can't keep doing the same thing and get a different result. The same thing yields the same result. So that's a great question. And so there's a great quote behind that, DJ Powers. And the quote says that when the pain of staying the same is greater, the pain of staying the same, of being right here, is greater than the pain of change. This hurts more being here than this does doing something different. You'll take action. Anyone will go do this when this hurts more. So the reality is maybe that person making the money and taking care of the family, it doesn't suck that bad, right? They don't hate their boss that much. They might be disenchanted, but the reality is they've got bigger goals and bigger dreams. And so when this hurts more, when the pain of staying the same, staying sedentary is greater than the pain of change, you'll take action. So that's a big thing to think about. So great question. Give me your prospects. I'll call them. My biggest problem is getting the prospects in the first place. Jermaine Parker. Jermaine, we got our Facebook ads course you can pick up for $17 right now. That is you say this quote all the time. There is no guarantee that you will be massively successful online using Facebook ads, but every successful person I know online uses Facebook ads. So that'd be a great way to get yourself more prospects using Facebook advertising. I would encourage that. Back in the day, me and my team, my boys, we used to do Kijiji ads in Canada and Craigslist ads in Arizona and Gumtree ads in Australia. And we would do whatever it takes to get people on the phone. The people are out there, man. You got to just get your marketing in front of them by whatever means necessary. You'll be able to call you either using ads or just hustling, engaging people in social media. You're just not working hard enough, dude. That's the reality. If you don't want people to talk to you, you're not trying. So Shannon Jones Lehman, hey, thank you for the lives and info. You are welcome. Freedom as many as it takes. Is it wrong to lust for money? Shannon Jones says. I mean, no. I would say no. I mean, you can, but it's not the money you want. I could give you $1 million and you'd still be dissatisfied, or you just have $1 million. It's about what the $1 million will do for you. Shannon would allow you to help your mom out, would allow you to help your grandma or your grandparents out, allow you to help your brother or sister out, would allow you to volunteer more, would allow you to travel more, would allow you to quit your job, right? So you're not lusting for the money, you're lusting for what the money can do, right? I want to go to Europe and I want to rent a house in Barcelona for 3 months. And I want to do fun things, but it's not the money that I want. It's the freedom that I want, this isn't work. What I do for a career isn't work. It's I love it. I love working with you guys. I love working with my team. So, I think you're in there, right? You're in there with where you're trying to go here, but you can want the money, but it's not the money you want. It's what the money can do. It's what you're going to do with the money. That's what you want. Because money's just paper. Money's just a number in a bank account. It's what you're going to do with it. So that's what you want. In order to get there, me just having a goal to have, 150,000 cash in a safe in my closet doesn't do anything for me. That's the security that I have by having that. It's the money in the bank account that allows me to, when my daughter wants new dance shoes that are pink instead of black, and her birthday's coming up, I say, put on your birthday list and I can get them for her. That's what you can do with the money. So hope that helps. FY, butterflies are incredible. I believe so. I got a speech coming up tomorrow. I will get right on it. Comfort zone is easy. Stopped working off for my previous client as it no longer offered a challenge. Gail, that's great information. I mean, that is the power of choice as well. Congratulations to you. Change is necessary. If you will not grow any further if you just keep doing the same thing over and over. Now, granted, if you can then tell that client, hey, let's try some new marketing tactics. Let's increase your advertising budget. Let's grow your business. I have a good friend that did Google advertising for a local business here in Arizona. And he helped that guy grow his business 30 times. And 30 times, maybe he was doing 10 jobs. And it was more, it was like 3, I don't know. He was doing 10, 15 jobs. I got to work on my math. He was doing 10, 15 jobs And now he's doing like 800 jobs a week, something unbelievable. It's my buddy did Google advertising for him. And so you got to find that challenge with your clients. You got to push them to grow too. Sometimes they get sedentary. And if they're a good, fun client to work with, then help them grow. So, but good to know, Gail. It's important to fire clients too. You're in charge of you. Nicholas Z says, I'll take 100 no's to get out of my job. I have to keep washing dishes for another year. Nicholas Z, go learn something about wine. Go learn something about food. Get on YouTube and get on, go pick up Wine for Dummies. I even have my old copy. If you know, washing dishes means you're in a restaurant, okay? If you know anything about wine, you know anything about food. You can describe food. You can talk about fish. You can talk about cuts of steak. Go get yourself a serving job, dude. Please, God, do not settle for hourly wage. Anyone under 25 who's doing anything but serving, that does it. If you're doing something that makes more money than serving money, which is $100 to $300 a day, then great. But most young people will settle for like an $8, $9, $10, $11 an hour job when you can put yourself in a position. If you desire great things, if you're an entrepreneurial type person, you don't have to be well spoken. You just have to have a desire to be well spoken. And Nick Z, I know you're in here as a positive guy. You're trying to do stuff, but do not wash dishes at the restaurant. Go learn something about wine. All of a sudden, you know something about wine. You know what restaurant owners and managers want? They want more wine sales because it boosts the bottom line. It boosts the check average. You'll make more money. You'll make more money. You make more tips. Get out of there. Go research wine. Go research food. Go look up sauces. Learn about bechamel. Learn about, all kinds of, learn about that stuff. And then you go into a restaurant, apply for the job and say, I know about wine. I know about French sauces. I know about cuts of meat. I know about different fishes. I know about oysters. And you'll get hired on the spot. And you'll go from making $60 a day to $250 a day. And it'll be way more fun than washing dishes. Come on, man. You're better than that. Boom. I'll raise that, of course, when does it start? That's why they take more risk when they're young. Says Arthur, when you're sick of being sick and tired, you'll take action and change it. That's right. Does Facebook advertising cost a lot of money? It costs as much money as you want to spend. Facebook will take as much money from you as you want to spend. But we suggest you start about $5, $10 a day, $20 a week. And you got to have a little money to make money. And if you don't have that kind of money to put in your Facebook ads, then you just need to get on your keyboard, become a keyboard warrior, and just start messaging people like crazy and start engaging with more and more people, and you can build up a lead list that way. Yep, $17 right now. You can find the link in the group. Help others get what they want first, and you'll get what you want. That's right, Norm. Where do I get the Facebook course? Someone in here, some of you guys who are affiliates of it or whatever, can send a link to Todd. You want you guys to make some commissions here. Your example on butterflies. That's where I am in challenging myself at being an online marketer. I know I'm not good at the computer. It slows me down and hurts my ego because I'm good at selling. You're good at selling? Ethel, you know what you could do? Make a video. Sit down, make a video. You know what I have in my archive? You ever listen to my past power calls? Go listen to Power Call 100. That was like my greatest hits, if you will. And it was like how powerful, and it was very important to me because I had my children come on. And if you find that in the archive of OSP, I had my children come on. You get to meet my little kids. And it was like just a greatest hits, if you will, of like some of my best trainings. I know Norm's listened to it. And it's just got some of the best stuff. But if you're great at selling, then you're great at talking. You're great at training. You're great at educating, because selling is not just, buy this watch, buy this watch, buy this watch. It's, hey, so, what are you currently doing to stay accurate and timely? What are you doing? Do you currently wear a watch? It's one of the most important things you can do in business is being on time. If you're not early, you're late. And so you're educating. You're talking about, right. I'm being detailed here. But for you guys who are trying to advance yourself, one of the most powerful and easy things you can do is do these Facebook Live videos. They're all over the place now. A lot of people are doing them. But if you've got something to say, people are going to listen. So, but what you can do is once you do a Facebook Live, Ethel, download it, upload it to YouTube. Under your YouTube channel, start a YouTube channel. Then take the YouTube video, embed it on a blog. Take the blog, also the video, extract the audio, upload it to a podcast or upload it to SoundCloud. And you're starting to create this web of Ethel's trainings. This is Ethel's ABCs of selling, and go through in 7 minutes, give some great tips that you've learned over your years of selling. And what you're starting to do is you're creating a web of things leading back to you. And like, this is got a little advanced here for you guys, but this is not advanced. Like, this is stuff that very successful. This is very easy to execute, but very simple to do for online marketers. You just execute the simple web of links and have it come back to ethelphelan.com. And all of a sudden it could be a landing page. It could be a personal blog, but you start to create this web. And that's one of the most things that we learned from Bob Hiley. One of the best ways you guys can create and build your brand online is putting yourself in a position to become an expert in something, right? Or just sharing your education on what you have. That's what I do here. I try to share my education, past experiences, current experiences, future goals, and some training on what I have. And I'm grateful to God that every day 45, 50, 60, 70 people come on here and listen, because they have the same thing. They have the same drive and desire I do. You guys have the same desire I do. Become the best version of yourself. And by doing so, you believe that the world will reward you for your efforts. And that can either be monetary, like Shannon is focused on, or that can be philanthropy. That can be through blessings. I mean, I don't know exactly how it's going to end, right? We don't know how it's going to end. But I know, gosh darn, I'm going to do my damn best every day, right? That's our goal. So Ethel, get on there, make a little video. You know, the first one's going to suck. I'm going to be honest, and not because it's you, just because you don't know what you're doing yet, but you'll get better and you'll get better and you'll get better. And you start to create this web of content. You don't have to be great at the computer. You have to be great at the internet. YouTube makes it very easy to upload. Blogs are super easy to create. Now there's blogs all over, blog creators from WordPress to Blogger to Bootstrap plugins to Medium. You create your own blogs, super easy. And then from there, take the audio and put it on SoundCloud or put it on a podcast. And those are easy things to do. Now you get this web of Ethel's trainings. And all of a sudden you are Ethel, the sales guru. Oh my God, I was watching this lady named Ethel. She had this great closing line where she like gave this example and it was awesome. And all of a sudden people are sharing your videos. If you know what you're doing, it's very easy. Like if you were like, you know, I've been stuck in Tibet, not speaking for 12 years, and now I want to be an online marketer, we'd have a little bit of a challenge. But if you know how to talk and you're good at selling, it's just a computer, we can learn that. You know what you can even do? You can hire a virtual assistant, and a lot of them can do that stuff for you. Look at Upwork.com. That you can hire virtual assistants on there for cheap. Want to know a little hack? This is crazy. Anyone who's out there, and like, stuff starts to come to me as it gets later in the call. So this tip right here, it'll blow your mind. Here you go. I have a friend who's a realtor, and he's crushing it. You know he's doing it? He hired a virtual assistant in India or Pakistan or Philippines. I'm not sure. They speak great English. And he gives them, he extracts, so I live here in Chandler, Arizona. He extracts the phone numbers from the Chandler phone number white pages, gives that list to his VA, and tells them, call them and ask them and call every number that I give you, hundreds of numbers a day. Are you interested in buying or selling real estate? I represent, I'm not going to tell you his name. I represent Jim Stevens in the local Chandler area. And he's looking for a few clients to take on. He's getting above market prices and helping get homes sold in under 30 days, if that's something you're looking to do. But he's a qualified realtor in your local area. If you're looking to buy or sell real estate, he'd be happy to take you on as a client, right? What's Jim doing? He's out working, but he has a VA, an assistant for I think it's $4 an hour, making calls, calling in his local community, because with the internet now, you can call, Pakistan can call a US number that can then call from a local area code. I don't know exactly how it's all set up, but if you have desire for change, there's ways to get more leads coming. Jermaine Parker from earlier, people to talk to, call more phone numbers. People will answer. So simple little thing right there for you. Anyone knows any realtors or insurance or mortgages or whatever, network marketing products, hire someone to make the calls for you, find a list of interested prospects. That person answers, they go, yeah, we've been thinking about selling. Could Jim give us, or the VA goes, Jim would be happy to give a free home analysis. He's in the local area. He could come out there in the next 1 to 3 days and come by and see you. Right there. My friend does this. He in his first year in real estate, he's made over $100,000. Maybe, there we go. So one of you are going to take that tip. I look forward to seeing who does it. Boom. Where'd it go? We're getting behind. Boom. I know. That's perfect. Actually, I work in a factory that makes chocolate. Well, Nicholas, get out of the factory that makes chocolate and go serve tables. I assure you, at your young age, how old are you, Nicholas? You look young. Good-looking young dude. Go serve tables, man. I swear on everything. If you go serve tables, it'll change your life. Why? Because you're forced to talk too. You're forced to communicate. Washing dishes in a chocolate factory is not becoming of who you are and who you want to be. Gary B knows something about wine. That's right. You can hear my passion. That's right, man. Boom, boom, boom. Wine, love it. It means strong vibe. Perfect. Yeah, I'm catching up. Making a video. I love you, Grady. You pushing. You got it, Ethel. You got it. There's something in you. You got lots to share. I registered at 17. When does it start? Facebook ads, you should get an email from them immediately. That when as soon as you buy. It starts when you want to. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Facebook Live. You got it. I want to open a foundation in my mother's honor. That's amazing. Cannot wait to get to that point. Now to set up this stuff is taking a lot in. You got it, Shannon. Hey, if this is not in regards to that, but like it takes time to learn this stuff, guys. So but it doesn't take a ton of time. Does that mean like it takes time to like kind of dig through it, like a couple days, right? But get started. Like Facebook ads. Some of you could go through Kevin's course before lunch today and have your Facebook ad up this evening. That's how simple this stuff is. Other people are doing it. You can too. So great. My first video shows some examples of past experience. I love it. Ed will send it to me. Tag me in it. I'll put it on my wall. Proud of you. That's awesome. Nothing worth having is easy, but more rewarding than anything else. Awesome. Call anywhere in the world via Facebook Messenger. That's right, Norm. Someone please message me the Facebook ads course. Yeah, someone message Tom. Norm, connect with Todd Higgins here and get him the Facebook ads. Get him your link. Nicholas, almost 30 next week. It's going to be a great birthday. Time for change. Let's go. Talking is the hardest part for me. That's why I love OSP and Go. Karen, that is also such a powerful thing. We equip you to be everywhere online. Your goes allow you to market everywhere. Those are great. You don't have to become a talker in order to make a lot of money. You can do it with your fingers. You have to be a communicator in some regard. Now, whether that's through written or it doesn't have to be audio. One of the most successful guys I know in business making like $30,000 a month. He does it all in Facebook groups, and he live streams other people's videos into his Facebook groups. He doesn't even do any presenting. He takes the top income earners and he presents their videos into his prospect and his customer groups, and he doesn't even talk. He just posts links for people to get on. Karen, you do not have to talk. You don't have to get all out of your comfort zone. You got to get out of your comfort zone if you try new things, but you don't have to become some big boisterous, verbose person. So wonderful to hear that. How do I get Kevin's course on Facebook? Latasha Blair. Someone else message Latasha. Let's get her set up with the course too. Norm, connect with these people or anyone else, and they'll send you a link, Latasha, in order to get advantage of the course. I think it was supposed to close yesterday, but the company said it was doing so well, they asked us to keep it open. The company we're hosting it through. So I got to go. Fired up. Great day. I hope you guys got some great stuff out of this. How to conquer your fears, how to master your fears. Find out what you're afraid of, write it down, understand that find out what the worst thing is, accept that could happen, and then just go do it and do everything you can to not let that happen. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure doing these calls with you. I appreciate your time, your attention, your patronage to my company. And my closing two quotes I like to send this off with is, invest in yourself. It is the only place you can guarantee a positive return. I hope you feel great right now after the last 45 minutes of investing this time into yourself. I've given you some powerful value. Hopefully I've given you something that you can work with. Hopefully I've given you some inspiration to go out there and just pick up the phone. They're not going to yell at you. They're going to say, I did fill out that form. I've been waiting for you to call. You know how many times I've called leads and they go, yeah, I've been waiting for you guys to get back to me. And you're like, oh, well, I'm here now. Let's do it. So you can do it, guys. People are waiting for you to pick them up and call them. And the last quote is, success loves company. Look at this group. Look at this community. Look how we're supporting each other. I appreciate you. Well, let's keep going. And remember, the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. It's a crazy deep quote right there, right? That's it. The cave we fear, the place we fear to go, holds everything we want. Appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful afternoon. Make today a great day. Bye for now.